Bluefield, West Virginia's 400 block demolition is on Federal Street is continuing, and the executive director for the Bluefield Economic Development Authority says that they are ahead of schedule and they're moving into phase 2, the 8-story Montgomery Ward building. Now, that next phase will bring some temporary changes to the traffic flow through downtown Bluefield, West Virginia. The section of Federal Street from Scott to Raleigh Street is going to be blocked off. It means that traffic will have to turn right on Scott Avenue, with the current exit of Commerce Street being blocked off as well. It's going to become two-way again for the first time since 2013. Now, that's going to because of that, it's going to make you have to make a U-turn. W.Va's executive director says that they are planning to impact the businesses as little as possible in that area and try to keep the sidewalks open to allow commerce to continue. Now, while they're still awaiting an exact date from the contractors, they're expecting the changes to occur in the next month.
They're mobilizing the larger equipment on June 24th. We're anticipating right after the 4th of July is when the closure will occur. The time frame is not an exact science, with the weather impact some of this thing as far as the demo, and so we're hoping it's 60 days or so, but we'll keep the community updated with the change in traffic pattern.
And Spencer says there will be no on-street parking in that closed section, but parking on other streets should remain the same. There will be no changes to the traffic on Bland Street. We're going to post a map of all those planned traffic changes on our website. To get a closer look at your own pace, just head to WVVA.com.